Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Belal Muhammad claims he may move up and fight Sean Strickland or Khamzat Chimaev at 185 if the UFC doesn't give him a welterweight title shot in the near future. Here's what Belal had to say.
I think at that point I'm just going to go 185, honestly. I'm going to go look for Chimaev again. He moved up. I can fight at 185. I'm not worried about it, so I'll move up, look for him. Maybe he'll finally come out and play that again, because it's like, all right, I made it to the top in 170, 185, I'll do the same thing. If I'm not going to get a title fight, just give me the fights that really get me excited. Give me like a Sean Strickland, somebody that, I dislike, somebody that I hate, that'll be fun to punch in the mouth.
You don't like Sean Strickland?
No, not at all.
Why is that?
Like, do you guys really like him? Like, when he comes in here, like, I don't think he's a very likable guy.
Khamzat Chimaev has since responded to Belal saying, "I will be happy to smash you." Gilbert Burns apologizes to Jorge Masvidal for comments he made after their fight. Burns had initially stated that Masvidal used lotion during their fight, and it made it hard to grab a hold of him. Here's the clip.
What's up, guys? Gilbert Burns right here, and I just would like to take that moment to apologize to Jorge, Gilbert, Masvidal, and his team ATT on the things that I said after the fight on the post-conference in the UFC 287. I said that he passed lotion and this and that, and I said it too much, and I cannot prove that, and I would like to send my apologies to Jorge and his team and take everything that I said. I hope he accepts my apologies, and I think what I did was wrong. I have no proof that he did that, and I want to take nothing away from him. The guy's a warrior, 52 pro fights. I hope he have a good retirement, and I hope you accept my apologies. Thank you, guys.
Aljamain Sterling claims he will fight twice more at Bantamweight before he moves up to 145.
Do you think you're the strongest at 135? Because you talk about wanting to move up to 45, or you will move up, so you're big.
I think I have a pretty good... I think I can give a lot of guys a run for their money in the strength department, and especially when it comes to certain things, when it comes to leverage, utilizing their wiry strength. I think I have some good things that are better for me than a lot of the other guys.
How many more fights at Bantamweight do you see yourself having?
1, 2.
2 max, or?
I think 2 at the most.
2 at the most. So
at the most.
Cejudo, and then they're saying O'Malley's going to get a title shot.
Maybe. So I take it fight at a time and then kind of go about it like that,
2 at the most, and it's up to featherweight for you.
And then it'll be up to featherweight get big and try to see how I do with these guys over there. And I mean, I do a pretty good job in the room. It's just more so just getting acclimated to the weight, the strength.
What do you think about Aljo's move up to featherweight? And if he does move up, who do you think will be a good matchup for him? Let us know in the comment section below. Alex Pereira reacts to Israel Adesanya mocking his son last weekend at UFC 287. Honestly, I wouldn't do the same. I can play with him like I've always played. I've teased him, but I don't know, he's another child. I don't know what his feelings were. He was enduring this for 7 years, and I saw his joy after the knockout. That was his dream. That was his dream, and he made it. But we're comparing him with a child who was 5 years old at the time. I don't have that mind. I can prove it because today he's 12 years old, and before the fight I saw that he was being influenced by other people. Sometimes he even participated in some interviews, and some reporters asked my son, "Are you going to do this again?" And he laughed. He's a kid and he thinks it's funny. I knocked him out at UFC 281, I won the belt, and my kid wanted to do the same thing up there. I told him, no, stop it, don't do it. Stay here, don't do anything. I'm a conscious guy about everything I'm saying here, and I wouldn't do it. If he did it and felt better that way, okay, it's a relief he had. And if he thinks it's better for him, okay, that won't change anything for me. Pereira also gave his take on potentially training with Adesanya in the future. If we'll train together or not, it's up to him. I'm always willing to be good with everyone. I'm sure those kicks are very good. They hurt, he knows that. I see the fight there in the 3rd round. He would hardly make it to the end. Maybe it wouldn't go beyond the 3rd. I'm willing to do anything. I don't have a rivalry with anyone. I'm not a rival of Adesanya. He hadn't won any fights against me and he had this feeling. Maybe today, after having one victory over me, maybe he will change his mind. If it changes, it'll be cool. He knows how much I was hurting him, and that's what I did in training. I did in training everything I expected to do in the fight. It was working out really well. Him being cornered, to say that it was strategically, that he was waiting there and I fell into his traps, I don't believe that. I believe he was better than me that night. He felt cornered and he was throwing punches and it landed and I was out. On the most recent edition of the Believe You Me podcast, Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith discuss Jan Blachowicz's desire to fight for the middleweight title. Their rumors were sparked by this tweet from Blachowicz. Congratulations on a successful rematch, Stylebender. If you want to try another one, you know where to find me. This time at middleweight for your belt. Bisping and Smith went on to break down the idea of Blachowicz moving down to face Izzy. Here's a clip.
You think he's being serious?
No, it'd be lit if it was serious.
No, I'm saying, do you think it's serious that he wants to cut to 185?
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of smoked cigarettes in that one.
I was going to say, if I stop smoking, I gain weight. So he might be onto something.
Blachowicz, 185. I mean,
He's a big dude.
he's a big dude. He's thick.
He's very thick. He's not
He would
crazy
have
tall.
to lose a lot of weight. But it is an interesting proposition. And for Adesanya at 185, he's sick of going around the block. He's sick of fighting the same people. He wants fresh challenges.
Chael Sonnen claims Khamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa is set for UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. Chael also claims that Islam Makhachev will headline the event. Here's what Chael had to say during an interview on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani.
What do we do with Khamzat then?
Well, so my understanding is Khamzat is going to fight Paulo Costa. They've even got a date. They're going to go out Abu Dhabi. That's a co-main event, very relevant. They'll be there for 3 rounds instead of 5. Islam on top of the bill. Now, the relevance to Islam on top of the bill is Islam's going to fight the winner of Charles and Benny, and that's still 3 weeks away. So that means the card that I'm referencing out in Abu Dhabi and the placement of co-main event, we're 4 or 5 months away in a best case scenario. So it looks like we're going to keep those two on ice. Sean Strickland doesn't have a dance partner, and Robert Whitaker, I think, was being held in case Alex won. I don't know why we can't just get Sean and Whitaker in there. I don't know. I mean, one thing at 185 pounds, it is infuriating. You got a bunch of really tough guys. But the one commonality they have is none of them want to fight each other. Somewhere we've got to get this division moving.
Darren Till believes Khamzat Chimaev will eventually become the welterweight champion. Here's what Till had to say during a recent interview.
I think he's going to be the welterweight world champion. I really do. I've changed my mind on who I think is going to be his toughest fight as well. I don't think I used to think Usman or Colby would be his toughest fight. I actually think Leon could be his toughest fight, just because of his, takedown defense and his striking. So I think if I had to say his toughest fight in the welterweight division, I think it would be Leon. I know they were talking about him fighting Colby. Hope that happens. I feel like Khamzat will beat him. I think it'll be a tough fight, but I think he'll beat him, and then onto the title.
Till went on to say he will likely be in Khamzat's corner for his next fight.
I think I will be. Listen, he loves having me around. He loves my energy. He loves my vibe. I regardless of injuries, he knows we've dealt with them, but he knows how hard I work. I push him no matter what. If he says to me, can we run at 4 in the morning? I'm up at 4 in the morning. Let's not get that twisted. So he loves me vibe, my energy, and and I'm on him. Like, I don't let him slack. Fight, especially fight week. I know everyone thinks we joke and we do a lot, but there's no messing around. So I think he loves that type of energy, and I'm serious with it. And I just genuinely want him to win it.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.